So here the CGM is beeping at me. Pretty sure this is a sensor error because I had this about 5 minutes ago. So let's just wake it up. Yeah, there you go. Sensor error. So basically this sensor's been in for, this is the 11th day now. And it's pretty much not picking up the interstitial fluid. So I'm now going to remove it. So I'm going to now remove the CGM sensor from my arm. As you can see, the tape is curled up quite nicely, pretty much around the edges here. So there's a number of ways that I could do this. I could either remove the grey transmitter from the transmitter sensor bay that is stuck to my arm, and then just rip this off. I could remove the sensor, but to be honest, I just do it the nice and easy way. I guess probably less painful way, but there really isn't any pain to doing this. So I'm literally just going to rip it off. So just going to grab some tape here. Okay, and you can see here it's pretty much the transmitter is stuck pretty well to my arm, even though the tape has come off here around the edges. And literally I'm just going to pull it off. And there you go. That's the sensor that goes under the skin. Let me get a focus on that there. And this is where it went into the skin. And then this is just the mark around. So what I normally do now is get some antiseptic wipes and just clean that up. And that's it. That's all you need to do. Some people do put a plaster over the insertion site. I don't. I just normally rub off the bit of blood there and just let it heal naturally. As you can see, obviously it's got a few sort of marks on it, really, which is where the tape's been. But other than that, it'll heal nicely. So that's it. So just have an antiseptic wipe here. So we'll just literally just wipe that over. Just give it a good clean, really. And that just stops any infection. And that's it. Just let that to dry. I won't cover it up. Any marks will disappear eventually, because that's just where the sensor bay or transmitter bay has been sitting. And that's it. And just to show you the transmitter close up. So this is the grey part here is the transmitter. The darker sort of grey black is really what you call the sensor bay or transmitter bay, depending on what you really want to call it. And then like this is the underneath of it. You can see here, if I can get a focus on here, that's the sensor. So as I said, what you could do is literally pull this off first, and literally to pull this off, you literally just pull up, and then it clicks, and you just literally just slide it out, and as you can see, that is the sensor that goes under the skin. So if I pull the sensor out, you can see that is the sensor itself. So this little bit here, the darker bit on the stem, is what goes under the skin. So it's about 5mm. So it looks just like really a bit like a printed circuit board. And then this is the sensor bay or transmitter bay, which basically the transmitter then sits on. The sensor, literally when it gets injected, goes in to there. If I can get it right. Obviously there's tape on there at the moment, and it just basically sits in there. And then the transmitter connects up, pushes up against it, holds it in place. So if I actually rip off this tape, and you can see how tough this tape is, like takes quite a bit to actually rip the tape off of the transmitter bay, but if I actually now insert this, you can actually see sort of how this sensor would actually sit, and it's jumping all over the place. So let me just try and get that back in there. There you go. That's how it would sit. And then basically these nodules are the bits that connect to the sensor there, those 4 little stripes on the sensor, those 4 little bits, and it pushes against, locks in place, and that's what then communicates the electrical current between the sensor to the transmitter and then to the receiver. And it's that simple.